I always have a goal in mind that I'm okay with if I don't get it. Let's want to show a relief valve. Tell yourself,
So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to bench press 225, right? So if you're clicked on this video, I'm just going to assume you're probably, a younger person or a person who hasn't been in the gym in a while and you want to get back into it, and you have a current milestone, right? And your eyes is on 225, right? And in today's video, I'm going to help you do just that. Quick tangent, right? You probably seen social media just scrolling and just people clowning on, others who can't bench 225, right? Making mean-hearted jokes saying like, oh, if you can't bench 225, I'm just going to assume you're a woman, stuff like that. I just want to let you know, right? Just before I get into anything, don't let a number define you. A bench press doesn't define you as a person, doesn't define your character. And it's just really it's just bragging rights. It's nothing insane, nothing crazy, right? All right, getting straight into the video though. How to bench press 225. So my biggest recommendation would be getting on the barbell bench. If you want to increase your bench, the first thing to do is to bench, right? You want to get familiar with the movement. You want to get familiar with your technique, right? I've been bench pressing for 2 years now, and it took about a year for my form to perfect itself, right? Because in the beginning, it was really ugly. Like here's a clip of me, hitting bench press like in the beginning. Right? And now here's a video of me doing it, after, right? Or after some time, like very recent.
385 on the bar, bro. We're gonna see if I can hit this shit, man. Come on. I'm nervous, bro, but it is what it is.
yep. Up.
I got that shit. Get this shit up.
It takes time, right? I do say though, like if you're getting into the gym, and you're like a little bit older, 225 is very achievable naturally. I would say like within 3 months, maybe 3 to 4 months. It could be longer. This just depends on the person. But if you're younger, right, like 16, 17, maybe 225 is still very achievable naturally, but you will have to be more dialed in because say like versus a man who's just getting back in the gym, they obviously have higher testosterone versus, a kid or a high schooler. But again, it is achievable naturally for both, right? So getting straight into it, the first thing I would recommend is just bench pressing, right? And now, when it comes to bench pressing, I would recommend, I preach this all the time, getting underweight that you find heavy to or moderate to heavyweight, but that you can like heavy enough to where it's a challenge, but moderate enough to where you could do at least 3 to 5 reps of it. And I would recommend, or 3 to 6 reps of it. And I'd recommend 2 to 3 sets, right? Like say your max is like currently like 185 or 155. I would recommend pretty much just repping out 135 for like 3 sets for like 3 to 6 reps. And then it also helps you get comfortable with the movement and helps you pretty much hone down your technique, right? And another good thing to help increase your bench is your accessories, obviously, right? The way, like a good analogy for this, right? To increase your bench, you have to do the accessories, right? You want to go fight the main boss, you got to go do some side quests. That's the best analogy I could put for that. And the best side quest for getting a 225 bench is, in my opinion, obviously, you got to do heavy weighted dips. Those are amazing. I do those a couple times. Not regularly, but I do plan on implementing it into my chest day because again, they're very good, very well-rounded, like especially for strength training. I would highly recommend that. Like, so again, like dips. And then another accessory would be incline Smith machine, right? Incline, amazing movement. It helps really build that chest. And yeah, like obviously a bigger bench equates to a bigger chest, right? Not all the time, but usually, like they correlate. And it's so funny when people are like, oh, you got a lot of muscle, but you're not strong. No, that's just not how that works, right? The whole empty muscle thing, that's just so stupid. If someone is big, they are probably strong, especially if they're muscular. They are strong, right? Like Chris Bumstead, like that pretty much would apply to like, the Olympians, like Chris Bumstead and Samson Dada. No, they're strong. Like you can go see Chris Bumstead, a video of him just repping out 585 on deadlift. That's strong, buddy. That's strong. Are you calling those empty muscles? Like, what are you talking about? Just so, a lot of people on here are just very ignorant. But anyways, those accessories like that, and another accessory would be like, JM press, right? Because again, you're not only bench pressing with your chest, right? You're bench pressing with your triceps and your delts. And JM press hits all 3 heads of the triceps. Another variation, or another exercise to hit all 3 heads of the triceps is close grip bench. Very amazing, right? It hits all those heads while hitting, your chest and your front delts. Again, another amazing variation of the bench. And then, just dieting, right? Making sure your diet's right. Like, if you're going to move some heavy weight, you probably want to get heavy yourself, right? I wouldn't say like obese heavy, but you're going to have to put on some size, because I don't know if you know this, but when you cut, your bench is the first thing to go. So obviously, the opposite's going to happen. When you're like getting up in weight, your bench is going to start getting up in the weight. Again, don't go too heavy. Don't go too hard on yourself. But, I would say like a main gain, right? Like a slight calorie surplus, like especially high in protein and in carbs, especially before the lift. Obviously, you need your muscles to, run on fuel, because that's what carbs are, energy. Don't be afraid of carbs. They're very good for you, just not an excessive amount. Right, your diet, and obviously, accessories and bench obviously goes into a good workout program. Like, know how to program. Right, like I'd recommend 2 chest days, do a chest and a back day. Obviously, have like maybe 3 days in between, because again, like bench more, right, is very important. And if you want, you can probably do even 3 bench days, because again, bench more, but program it to where you have enough adequate rest days, right? Because rest is important. That's pretty much where the muscle building happens, and the strength adaptations and all that. And then on the 3rd chest day or the 2nd chest day, instead of doing like heavy to moderate weight, do a top set, right? Do 90% of your max, right? Get your body used to being under, heavy weights, right? That pretty much just makes your CNS adapt neurologically, right? Because if you're putting heavy weight on like to your CNS, your body's like, okay, this is new to me, but like you're shocking your CNS by it, but you're making it adapt under heavy loads, right? And that's why a lot of people you see like who are elite, like world competitors and stuff like that, like who like attend meets, powerlifting meets, a lot of them train by doing static holds, right? And I mean like static holds that are like 25 or 35 or even 50% plus over their max, just for them to have their CNS, right, get comfortable with weight that they can't handle, right? It's more neurological and more, just a trick on the brain, if you will. But those do work. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Like, you will get to 225. It is very achievable naturally, but again, it's still very impressive lift in today's days and age, because most men can't bench 225. I don't know if you guys ever seen Lath, right? He did a video of like, okay, I'll get you some gas if you can bench 225, and most of the men on there failed. And I can't even think of the bloopers on there. Probably a lot of dudes who just didn't hit it or failed miserably, and he just, he was a good guy and just straight up just didn't even post it, right? But again, yeah, it's insane. But you will get it. Just got to stay consistent, lock in, and make sure you're doing everything that you need to do. But that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys have any other comments, questions, just have them below. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.